Hey everybody, it's Sarah from the Style Blog, and today I'm so excited to be doing a Q&A Get Ready With Me session. I asked you guys to ask me any beauty or personal related question on my Instagram and Facebook page, and you guys came up with some really great ones and some very personal ones, but I'm going to answer them all, don't you worry. This is going to be a super casual video. Obviously my hair is wet, I just washed it. I'm going to do that after I do my makeup. I actually have my lunch here, my little mini Coke. And I made like noodles with butter and salt on them. This is like my comfort food. Does anyone else eat this? It's kind of weird, but I love it. All right, got my little Sarah clip here and I'm ready to roll. If I don't mention what product I'm using, I will put everything down in the description. First things first, I always apply sunscreen. I actually got a great question from Sarah. She asked my favorite sunscreen brand. I actually really love Ulta MD. So they have great products that are very clean, no fragrances, no allergens, etc. All right, Sarah, you also asked if I do my own nails and if I would do a tutorial. So I do my own nails. I just feel like I don't have time to go to the salon. I feel like it takes a lot of my time and it's very expensive. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. I just ran up and down the stairs to get my nail stuff so I could show you, but let me catch my breath for a moment. I feel like I can make my nails look pretty good on my own, so I just do them myself. So I use this little Ella and Mila nail care nail treatment. It's called First Aid Kiss because my nails were peeling a little bit, so I use that as my base coat. I've been loving this Zoya blue color. It's like my favorite for summer. It's so pretty. And then this Essie Gel Couture top coat. It's not actually gel, but it just lasts a long time. I should probably zoom you guys in so you can actually see what I'm doing. You probably don't need to see all of this. All right. Also, PS for the sunscreen brands, we use Blue Lizard for our whole family. I just use Ulta MD for my face. I'm just gonna do my regular, like, everyday summer makeup routine for you guys. Just kind of like a glowy, sort of more natural look. Okay, next, Angela, you asked about my Holy Grail foundation. I really like this Fenty Pro Filter for the summer, and I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear for the winter. They both keep my oily skin very matte, which I really enjoy. And I do want to mention that I really enjoy a full coverage foundation, like a pretty medium full to full coverage, because I do have a lot of melasma. I treat it and it comes back, even though I'm like obsessive about sunscreen and sun shields and everything, so I just prefer like a full coverage. So can you guys see the melasma on my forehead? Like especially over my eyebrows? Like it doesn't bother me. I don't think it's like super ugly. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just like when I'm wearing a full face of makeup, I just kind of don't want to see it poking out because it kind of detracts from everything else that I spent so much time working on, like my eyes, my lips, and my contour. Oh guys, I was so distracted by the comments that I forgot to put on I usually put on my Tarte Shape Tape before my foundation, but we're just gonna do it after today because I forgot. All right, next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder. My next question comes from Jane. She says, which do you like better, Ulta or Sephora? So I feel like they're both great. I honestly order from Sephora a whole lot more often than I order from Ulta just because they have free return shipping, and I actually bought the free flash shipping with Sephora because when new products come out, I want to be able to like review them for you right when they come out and not wait like 7 days for it to ship to me. So honestly, I just use Sephora a lot more because of that reason. And if I don't like a product, because I try so many products for you guys, if I don't like a product, I can just send it back, free return shipping, and they just take it back, which is super nice. I feel like Ulta has better deals, but I don't know, it's just how I end up shopping. So thank you for that question, Jane. All right, let's do a little contouring here because my face looks very one-dimensional. All right, next question from Sarah. She says, do I still like MAC products? And the answer is yes, I do. I feel like in my old videos, I used to feature pretty much only MAC. I feel like 10 years ago when I was making videos, there were a lot fewer makeup brands and a lot fewer really great quality makeup brands. So now I don't use MAC as much just because there's so many more options out there. All right, finally bringing a little bit of life into my face. I love it when I finally get a little bit of contour on. All right, next up, Samantha asked, do you wear perfume, and if so, what kind? So I do wear perfume when I'm going out of the house. I don't like wear it like every day, but I do like Chanel Chance. I've had it for a couple years now and it smells really good. All right, Angela also asked about my Holy Grail eyeshadow product, eyebrow product. Hello, all over the board there. I mostly use this Anastasia Brow Wiz. I sometimes use this with the Dip Brow. I do like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil as well. I would say that this Brow Wiz is probably my Holy Grail. So thank you for the question, Angela. Okay, so let's move to eyes. I'm almost done with the beauty questions, then we're gonna get into the personal questions. I'm gonna put these questions all in like chapters along the bottom, which YouTube lets us do now, which is really cool. That way, if you just want a certain question, you can kind of just fast forward to that. All right, Olivia, you asked what product I can't live without, and this is kind of a toss-up. This is so hard. You came in with a lot of hard questions today. My products I can't live without, honestly, I'm going to say my sunscreen. Since my melasma is so bad, this is the only thing that keeps it from getting worse. I actually have been loving this tinted sunscreen because it gives me a little bit of coverage while also protecting my skin. So I'm going to say this. Also, oh my gosh, guys, I'm such a mascara girl. I love my Benefit Roller Lash. So if I had to choose, I'm going to go with sunscreen. If I get a second choice, I'm going to go with the Roller Lash. Okay, so I'm moving to eyes, and I'm also moving to personal questions now. I actually need to eat my lunch because I'm very hungry also. All right, I am still loving this Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette, especially for summer. These shimmer shades are just golden yumminess. So I have a bunch of questions about my husband, and then a bunch of questions about my daughter, and then a bunch of questions about YouTube. So I don't know which order I should do these in. Okay, let's get the YouTube questions out of the way first because you guys asked some really interesting questions. First of all, Laura asked what inspired me to do YouTube. Thank you so much for the question, Laura. So basically, my brother was posting YouTube videos like in 2010. He might have started before that. That's when I started. And he was having some great success, and it was really fun for him. He was like super creative and really great at filming. He would always bug me and say, Sarah, hey, you should make a video. And I was like, I don't really know what I would make a video about. So I basically was like, what do I like doing? And I really liked doing makeup and hair. I would do it for all my friends. They would always beg me to do their makeup and hair. I don't know, it's just something that I always enjoyed and was like kind of good at. So I decided to make videos on that, and there weren't that many beauty YouTubers at the time. So I just kind of did it for something fun to do and something to like have a creative outlet for, which I don't know, it was really fun and I really enjoyed it. Let me get a little bit of eyeshadow on here. I feel like I'm just answering questions and not actually doing my makeup, which was not the point of this video. Okay, and next up, Katie, you asked me what made me come back to YouTube. Honestly, I don't really know. I had been thinking about it for a long time. It had always been like kind of in the back of my mind ever since I stopped posting in 2012, and it felt just like overwhelming to come back because I knew I had to explain why I left. I knew I had to come back and talk about Will, which I really wasn't ready to do and was really hard for me. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you do, but my brother who was a YouTuber, he passed away in the Joplin tornado in 2011, so I kind of stopped posting after he passed because honestly we kind of like shared YouTube together. And I just felt like I didn't want to come back without him. So I quit nursing to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was kind of just like looking for something that I could do besides just like being a mom. And so I thought, you know, I have this community of YouTubers there, and I don't know if they like will welcome me back or I'll have to like start over and find a new group of people, which by the way, you guys have been awesome in welcoming me back. I don't know what made me come back. One day I was just like, hey Grant, my husband Grant, I was like, hey Grant, I think I'm gonna post video on YouTube again. And he was like, what? Because I hadn't posted since before we were married. We've been married like 8 years now. So he was like, I mean, I support you, whatever you want to do, but that sounds kind of crazy. And so I was like, yep, I'm just going to do it. So I ordered a new camera and ordered a backdrop and set up my film room up here. And I don't know, it just happened. All right, so Olivia, you also asked, does it upset you that you don't have the same amount of following that you did 6 years ago? And actually, so I think this is kind of confusing, and I really want to explain this to you guys. So actually, I've never had more subscribers than I have now. I have 188,000, which is like crazy. I never thought that I would ever get to that. But honestly, it's not about the subscribers or the following to me. It's about like actually having a connection with you guys, and I just want this community to be full of kind, smart, strong women. That was really my goal, and I want to create videos that make you feel good about yourself. Even though I'm reviewing different products, like you never need a product to look good or feel good about yourself ever. I want you to know that you are beautiful inside and out, no matter what. I don't feel like you have to be perfect to be beautiful. So that's also another reason why I wanted to come back. And I never started this channel, and I never came back for the reason of being like famous or like getting 1 million subscribers or all this stuff. Like I don't really care about that. I just care that I am like maybe hopefully having a good impact in your life. If nothing else, maybe giving you a place of positivity you can tune into every single week. Oh gosh, oh no, my mascara is getting too dry. Let me put on some mascara here. Oh no, I made a mess. This is what happens when I'm trying to talk and do my makeup at the same time. Okay, let me put a little mascara on before my lashes dry all the way, or else we'll be in big trouble here. Oh, hello, Roller Lash. You are wonderful. My holy grail mascara. Okay, my mascara is done now. Okay, I'm going to continue explaining this to you. So, I started making videos in November or December of 2010, and then I stopped on May 21st of 2011, right the day before my brother passed away. So during that time, I only accumulated I mean, I think this is amazing, but compared to like what my channel is now, I only gained 3,300 subscribers. And during those 6 months, I only accumulated 100,000 views. So compared to like the 38 million I have now, that's honestly like nothing. So I don't think you guys realize that like I stopped making videos and then my channel kind of blew up and, instead of the other way around. So like I wasn't active on YouTube when I was gaining all these views and subscribers. So in comparison with that, these past 6 months I've been on YouTube, I have gained 1.6 million views and 6,100 subscribers. I've also lost like 5,000 subscribers, which totally fine with. I know that lots of people subscribed way back in the day, and honestly our viewpoints probably don't align anymore, and that's totally fine. Like, don't watch me if you don't want to watch my channel. I think a lot of people subscribe just because like when my brother Will passed, they like wanted to know about my life, and maybe like that's not important to them anymore or whatever, and that's totally absolutely fine. Like, it doesn't upset me at all. In comparison, like my channel is growing a lot more now than it was then. Honestly, I was never really active on YouTube, like posting videos and everything when my channel was like at its peak, if that makes sense. All right, hello, Roller Lash. It looks especially good today. I don't know what I did, but this stuff is my holy grail. All right, I got some questions about being a nurse. I am a registered nurse. I worked in an ICU before I became a stay-at-home mom. So Jane asked me, how did I like being a nurse? I liked it a lot. I really liked being in ICU. I really liked the autonomy it gave us, and I'm kind of like a control freak, like very organized, almost borderline like OCD. So I really enjoyed like having all the lines running and the CRRT, and the open hearts come with all of the like different like pressors running and fluids and blood, and like you have to organize them in a certain way where this can't run with this, and I really like that really worked with my personality really well. The part I didn't like was that the patients treated me so horribly. Like, they would spit on us, kick us, hit us, call me every name in the book for like no reason at all. Like, I was a great nurse and I was so compassionate and kind to them, and it didn't really matter because they a lot of them treated us really horribly. So I don't miss that part, but I do miss all of my nurse friends and getting to like make those decisions, like your patient's coding, and you got to figure out what to do really quickly, and you got to run the code perfectly, and you got to, you know, like know what to do. I really enjoyed that. Oh, Olivia asked if I will ever go back to work. That's not completely out of the question. Maybe someday I'll go back to PRN, which is basically like you work as needed. I could see myself doing like maybe 1 shift a week or something like that. But I want my daughter to be older and be in school and all that. So for right now, probably not, but maybe some point in the future. I've also thought about doing like cosmetic nursing, but I'm not sure about that either. I just really enjoy learning about that kind of stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. Worst beauty mistake from Olivia. Oh, I just like tanned out the wazoo. Like, I would go tanning every day, and that is awful. Like, I can't believe I used to do that. So that's probably the worst beauty mistake. Like, don't use those tanning beds. I didn't know how awful they were for me, but I do now, and I wish that I could take it all back. Christine, you asked me how I'm doing at the moment. Thank you so much for asking. I am doing pretty well. We're kind of getting used to this lockdown thing. It's kind of stressful, but I think that we're kind of getting in the groove now. I don't know, given everything going on, I feel like we're doing pretty well. I hope you are doing well, and I hope all of you out there actually are doing well. I pray for you every single day. I know I say that a lot, but it's one way I like that I feel like I can stay connected to all of you too. As of right now, my channel is not going to be momming, but in the future it could evolve. I'm happy to share anything about my daughter, we're just not doing her name and her face right now, but honestly, we're just like trying to protect her the best way we know how, and for us right now, that looks like keeping her off of my social media pages, but it doesn't mean forever, and this could change at any time, so. Olivia also asked if we're planning to have more kids. I feel like this is kind of a prying question. I feel like you kind of have to be careful when you ask people that, because some people like can't have more kids, and I feel like that would be offensive if I couldn't. We have no idea actually if we're gonna have more kids yet or not, so I can't really tell you one way or the other. Your guess is probably as good as mine. All right, my friend Juan Marie asked me if I have any hobbies. I feel like momming is my hobby right now. No, I feel like YouTube is my hobby, honestly. I get to do this on the time I have off, and I choose to do this, and I like testing and beauty products and all this stuff. Maybe one day I'll get to have more hobbies, but for now, I think that this makeup stuff is my hobby. Because I put like 5 pounds of highlighter on now. I'm feeling glowy today for summer. Alright guys, I feel like I like how my makeup turned out today. I feel like it looks really pretty. I'm gonna go downstairs and finish drying my hair actually. Well, if you want my whole hair care routine, I'm gonna link that for you. Okay, I got my hair all blow dried and I think I'm gonna curl it here just because I have more questions to answer. So Jane also asked, what's my daughter's current personality like? So she's almost 2. She's actually a super adventurous eater. She'll basically eat anything we put in front of her, which is a great quality. She really loves to read. We probably read like 40, 50 books a day. She has a collection of like over 120 books, probably more. My parents just brought her like an entire tub of books. She has so many books. Her favorite thing ever is to read. We don't do much screen time, so we pretty much just like read all the time. She really likes riding in our golf cart with us. She likes taking the dogs on walks. She pretty much just does whatever we do. She's kind of just like a happy-go-lucky girl right now. She loves our dogs, Lydia and Reagan. She helps us give them treats and feed them, and she always knows when it's time for Reagan's insulin or when we have to check her blood sugar because she's diabetic. So our dog Reagan is diabetic, not my daughter, thank heavens. She loves all sorts of dogs and animals, and she's just active and happy. So thank you so much for the question, Jane. All right, so Anthony, you asked, how did you and Grant meet? So I met Grant in high school, actually. I knew him for a long time because our school was really small, and I actually asked him out my senior year of high school. He turned me down, but then 2 weeks later, he asked me out. He says he doesn't remember turning me down, but we'll have to get him on video soon and ask him. So we dated my senior year of high school, and then we dated all through college, and then we got married after I graduated from University of Arkansas. Okay, so Bea, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You asked, what made you know Grant was the one? I like this question, so thank you. I'm not really sure that it was something that made me know he was the one. It was just kind of like everything. Kind of from when we first started dating, we kind of just talked about like how our lives would be awesome together forever, and we've kind of always agreed about the important things. Not saying you can't have a relationship without it, but we've kind of always agreed on finances, religion, politics, you know, that we both had high hopes and dreams for ourselves. He's very ambitious. I feel like I set really big goals, and we like to achieve our goals. So I feel like our personalities mesh really well together. We kind of just want the same thing as far as kids and a family and a house. I think like when you find that person and you realize that your lives mesh together so well and you kind of can't picture your life without them, that's how you know that they're your soulmate. I don't know. That's just my take on it. All right. I think I have one more question, and that is from Samantha. You said, I will be a senior in high school in August. Do you have any advice for you? Yeah. I say, if you want my advice, just go for it. Go into senior year knowing that you are awesome, you can do it, you are smart, and you are wonderful. Do things that make you uncomfortable, that are outside of your comfort zone. Volunteer for that thing that's going on, or go to prom, go to homecoming. Ask your crush out. Like, this is the time. Just like live your life. You'll have other great times in your life, but you'll never have your senior year again. So I say just like make the memories and do all the things, and I don't know, don't be afraid. You got it, girl. You can do this, Samantha. I believe in you. You're awesome. Okay, I see I have one more question, and then I've answered all of them. I can't believe I got to all these. I hope this video isn't too long. Okay, Lindsay asked, tips on figuring out what direction I want to head for the rest of my life. I'm so confused. Lindsay, I feel you. I've changed my direction like 100 times. And when I first went to college, I got a degree in finance and marketing. Then I worked with nonprofits, and then I decided I wanted to be a nurse. I went back to school, became a nurse, worked in the ICU, and then now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and all this time, like, I used to do beauty videos, and now I do beauty videos again. I feel like it's a lot of things. I feel like you don't have to choose one thing for the rest of your life. I feel like you need to do something that is going to make you feel fulfilled and happy, and what you pick is not the thing you have to do for the rest of your life. If you are going off to college, I say take courses in a whole bunch of different things. If you already have a job, see if you can like shadow a different department, go and like shadow a different company for a day, figure out what you're good at and figure out what kind of impact you want to make on the world and figure out how those go together is what I would say. Whew. Do we answer all the questions? I feel like I'm finally ready. Whew. Spilled my Coke down my chin. Guys, I always spill my drinks. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not very good at drinking out of things. Out of glasses, out of cans. I'm just not good at it. It's not one of my skills in life. It would be a nice skill, but it's just not one that I have. Okay, so my hair is done. My makeup is done. I'm dressed. If there's a question I didn't get to, leave it down below and I'll film another one of these videos if there's enough questions for me. I really do truly appreciate each and every one of you, especially those of you who have stuck with me through these 10 years of YouTube filmmaking. And if you want to see more like day in the life stuff, I do have a day in life video when quarantine first started. I'm going to link that up here for you guys that I filmed with my husband, and my dogs are in it. And I'm planning to film a what's in my shower video right after this, so I will link that down here when it's up. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time.